Hello, nice to see you. March was an insanely busy month in the comeback department and I was really struggling to pick out the ones I wanted to talk about because a large amount of them were really good. Some bad too, but we'll sweep those under the rug for now. If I included all the songs I like, this video would be way too long. And as always, I have an easier time writing for some comebacks than others just in general, so guess what, we're bringing back the honorable mentions because I can't do it this month, so here's those. As for the rest of the reviews, this goes from my least favorite to my favorite. I'd appreciate a like or something so I stay alive in YouTube's eyes, and good luck, this month was a ride. I can't describe how much I despise quirky concepts in K-pop, I literally hate them. Most of the groups with this concept release absolute garbage as music just for the sake of being different, and fans praise it because they can't seem to comprehend something being creative if it isn't shoved down their throat. This isn't creative, this is just a bunch of random noises thrown together in production, bad rapping, stupid lyrics, and excessive, over-the-top weirdness in the video for no reason. The thing is, the members don't naturally fit this concept, they were just put into it. It takes a very specific type of person to suit what they're trying to do here. The only people I can think of is Chanhyuk from AKMU, and the Red Velvet members, and that's what? 6 people out of thousands of idols. I know I'm being very harsh and maybe a little dramatic, but this is really bad. How are you going to be in the same company as IVE and release bad music? The only good part of the song is the pre-chorus, because that's pretty much the only time they're singing. I hate this.
I just wanna love it like that. Yeah. Love it like that. Yeah. Love me right back.
I love J-Hope as much as the next guy, but this isn't it, I'm sorry. I watched in horror as I heard this for the first time at that virtual concert, and I told myself, maybe it'll be better when it's actually released. Well, it wasn't. Huge shocker, I know. This song literally makes me mad, like I hate it. And I don't want to hate it. But the way the chorus has the repetitive, love you like that, bit legitimately sends me into a rage. Not to mention I feel like I'm just listening to Miguel. He's a good rapper or whatever, I guess. But this song is so bad I really do not like it. Turn it off.
Wanna rock with Jennie, keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. Ask God, I'm obsessed like Jennie, like Jennie.
I apologize if this isn't the title track, this release was kinda confusing. There are 2 specific things I prefer with Jennie: 1, singing instead of rapping. And 2, a softer sound, more like Love Hangover. I, as of the time of writing this, haven't listened to the album yet, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel entirely yet, but I do know that I don't like this song and probably won't unless I gaslight myself into it. I really wanted to like it, but it's, well, lame. I'm sorry, but I think this is way too repetitive, severely uncreative, and worst of all, it's not personal to her at all. Replace the name Jennie with any other popular artist right now and it'd work just fine. It's just another song, and no one would care about it if it wasn't released by the Jennie Kim. This is forgettable and I know she could do better. I do like the choreography and all the challenges though. I was anticipating them, as I do with most pre-debut groups, but I'm not too sure what to make of them now that the album's out. I didn't think Flip the Coin would be my style, and unfortunately, I was right. I'm never a big fan of 90s/2000s style hip-hop sound. I understand the artistry of it, and I get that the point of it is that it's an older sound, but to me, it just kinda feels outdated and like I could just listen to music from then instead. Essentially, it's just not my taste. I'm not sure it was a solid debut choice. There's not a whole lot to differentiate them from the many other groups doing this sound right now. But, I recognize talent when I see it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually think they could lean a bit heavier into the experimental side that this song presents. I'm serious, I think they could pull off a concept a little bit closer to NCT, specifically, NCT 127. I know that sounds insane to a lot of y'all, but that's honestly what I want them to try. For now, I think this is a decent song, not something I'd listen to on my own, but well made. As someone who listens to Charlie XCX on a weekly basis, I think it's pretty obvious that I like club music, so of course I like this, it's fun. I don't think it's new or anything super special, but it's a good club song. I appreciate their willingness to try different concepts and music styles despite what originally got them popular. I know that a lot of K-pop groups get sucked into repeating songs almost as an attempt to keep their popularity alive, so they're always a nice refreshment, even if I don't always like the new stuff they try. My main problem with this song and STAYC in general, is that I do not think Jae is a good rapper in any way, shape or form. She always sounds messy and chaotic every time she does it, and it's not like she can't sing, she's a lot better as a vocalist. But that's something STAYC can't seem to get past, the constant need for a rap verse in every title track. Until they change that, I don't think they'll ever live up to their full potential. Other than that, again, I like the song. I watched this fully through, and afterwards said, I like songs that make me feel like I'm on drugs, and, man, I am so funny it's actually crazy. I knew their company was holding them back, it was just bad release after bad release and a case of same song syndrome for literal years. Admittedly, I didn't have hope for their re-debut, I figured it'd be more of the same, but I actually like it. It sounds very different from their previous releases under their old company. And dare I say, happier. Previously I chose to not talk about them because their music always felt very unartistic in nature, that and the members never felt like they really enjoyed being on stage. Maybe I read too far into them though. But now with this it feels far more in touch with creativity and the excitement of making something worth listening to instead of something that was mandatory and forced. I think it's pretty crazy how all of them are still together. Unfortunately, they are starting their military enlistment, but I wish them the best. I expected this to sound like Crown on my head, and I was really excited if not a little hesitant, so you can imagine my disappointment when it sounded like this instead. I didn't like it, I thought this was very stereotypical, and my main complaint was that it was outdated. Why am I using past tense? Because I changed my mind. I was so locked in on her making something edgy like her previous solo song, that I wasn't letting myself even consider accepting something new. I just had to hear it a few times before I realized how similar it was to a song Chungha would release. I actually do think this is enjoyable, the choreography is very fun and her acting in the music video is great. Again, I will almost always accept a love song, that is one of the easiest ways to make me like something. This is why I stan ITZY. I don't know what I was on earlier this month. This song is great. If I had to go out on a limb, I'd probably say that I'll never stan Treasure. But man, am I a sucker for a cutesy, schoolboy love song in K-pop. This is adorable. What are you gonna do? Tell me I'm wrong. No. Because you can't. Do I think it's a little weird for a group of full-grown men to have a school concept? Admittedly yes, it's kind of insane, but it's still really cute, and because of it the product's amazing as it is every time this concept is used. Their company usually fails them, they always give them recycled music that sounds straight out of the YG dungeon of songs from at least a decade ago, but for once in their life they didn't do that, and this actually sounds like it's from the current year. Finally they're getting with the times. I don't think there's much more to say than that the song is super cute and finally a step in the right direction after so long. I've always admired how open he is about how he's doing, despite his status as an idol, and I pretty much expected a solo by him to be, if not this song exactly, pretty similar to it. He has said before that he thinks people only like him because he's pretty and or funny, and he seems to work really hard to try and get people to see him and other idols as people. I think I've been interested in him getting more parts in TXT songs for a while now, as he usually gets the least amount, so getting to hear his voice for a complete 308 was pretty nice, and I appreciate how he kept it in his range, as that's when his voice sounds best. I think what's most interesting is first with Yeonjun, and now Beomgyu solos, is that you can hear both of their personal sounds and preferences of music, and how those are implemented into TXT's music as a whole. Like you can tell when a song has a more heavy Beomgyu or Yeonjun influence, and how they collide in specific songs. All the members come with different sounds, and when they all work together, that's what makes TXT's music sound so good. Overall, this song is really pretty, but it's not something unexpected or particularly unique, it just has Beomgyu's color to it. I practically spit my water everywhere when I saw these two of all the members were gonna be the subunit, and I was eagerly anticipating it ever since. This song is so different, so creative, so goofy, so entirely woozy and hoshi. I'm not sure how someone could include a friendship dynamic in a song, but if anyone was gonna do it, of course it would be these two. Seriously man, these lyrics are just them in a nutshell. 17 are really special and they don't get enough credit for it. They're like a once-in-a-lifetime group, and I think releases like this prove that they care more about making art and making people smile over doing well on charts or trying to make it to the West. This song is more impressive than it looks, it's really well made and it has a really fun meaning that you don't usually get to see a lot of K-pop. It looks simple and funny, but it's extraordinary in reality. Usually when I first go into a nugus comeback, I assume that they're gonna be attempting to replicate sounds similar to other, more popular groups. I think I mainly see it done with Stray Kids, but this sounds very different. I can hear the boy crush influence in the verses, but it doesn't sound like pots and pans, and their lyrics make more sense than the average boy crush based groups. And in the pre-chorus and chorus I can also hear a specific EXO influence, but it's not like EXO owns that sound or something, it's just most well known as theirs. They have a notable smoothness to them even when they're rapping that a lot of groups, even bigger groups with a lot of disposable money, fail to achieve. Their specific blend overall makes it their own sound, concept, and style. I'd say that they're a good example of that creativity is more important in K-pop than a lot of budget. I just wish other fans would realize that. There were so many comebacks I wanted to include but couldn't because of the length. This is already longer than most of my other videos. This was a really good month for once in the industry despite my nitpicky complaints. If I thought this month was bad, most of my ults seem to be coming back in May, so we'll see how I fare then. Again, like or something, as I'm still trying to grow. I'm Strawberry Jin, and so long.
Yeah, just like 이처럼 도 왜 이젠 멈추지 않나 새로 태어나는 꿈 앞에 Oh baby can't control myself I've never